My wife sued for 75% of the company I built from dirt. In the bank meeting to divide assets, she smirked until the bank's chairman walked in, looked right past her, and asked me, "Sir, are we ready to proceed with the transfer you authorized?" The envelope arrived on a Tuesday. Inside was a divorce filing and a spreadsheet that made my stomach drop. My wife Sarah wasn't just divorcing me. She was suing for 75% of my trucking company. 75% of the business I'd built over 20 years from a single truck and a dream. Her lawyer's letter claimed she'd been integral to the company's success because she'd attended a few holiday dinners and helped pick our logo 8 years ago. She wanted the warehouse, the fleet, and half my customer contracts. The spreadsheet even had smiley faces next to certain assets. I sat in my office, staring at that document, and didn't say a word to anyone. I just texted my operations manager, asking if we should still run routes under my name, or the holding company. Then I waited. See, what Sarah didn't know was that 3 years ago, I'd had coffee with an old attorney named Richard. He'd told me about a client who lost everything in a divorce, despite building his company from nothing. Richard said something I never forgot. You don't need to hide assets. You just need to not own them. So I'd spent years quietly restructuring, creating trusts, moving ownership to something called Horizon Transport Trust, setting up protective clauses. The company looked like mine, but on paper, I hadn't personally owned it in years. When Sarah's lawyers demanded financial records, I gave them everything, every document they wanted. Bank statements, contracts, vehicle titles, property deeds, all of it. They thought I was cooperating. Really, I was letting them see exactly what I wanted them to see. Each document told the truth, just not the truth they expected. The trucks were leased to trustees. The warehouse was held in a separate LLC. Every thread they pulled led to another knot, another layer they couldn't untangle. At the first hearing, her lawyer was practically sweating. "Your Honor, he's created a deliberately complicated structure to hide assets." The judge looked at the paperwork and said calmly, "Complicated isn't the same as illegal." Sarah showed up at the warehouse once during all this, asking to see what she'd helped build. I walked her through, watching her wave at employees who didn't recognize her. When she saw Horizon Transport Trust on our daily manifests, she asked why it wasn't under our company name. I looked at her and said, "Because it's not our company." Her lawyers filed motion after motion, claiming obstruction. But you can't obstruct what's already transparent. Everything they asked for, I provided. The structure was legal, documented, and completely airtight. Then came the mediation meeting at the bank. Sarah walked in wearing a designer suit, carrying a Louis Vuitton bag, practically glowing with confidence. Her lawyer smiled like a shark. She even winked at the receptionist. I sat quietly with a single folder and cold coffee. Her lawyer started making demands. The mediator asked for my response. I said nothing, just placed one document on the table. That's when the doors opened. The bank's chairman walked in, not a manager. The chairman, a man who only appears for major corporate transactions. He didn't